advise the House that time is going to be crucial. I'd like to explain how we plan to do this. There are a large number of petitions to be presented, and I hope it will be of assistance to the House if I set out how we shall proceed. Once the first petition relating to the Badman report has been read to the House, with its prayer, subsequent petitions on the same topic should not be read out in full. Members should give a brief description of the number and location of the petitioners and state that the petition is in the same terms. When a member has presented a petition, she or he should proceed directly to the petitions bag at the back of the chair. I will call the next member immediately their predecessor has finished speaking. In addition to the petitions relating to the Badman report, I understand there are 2 members who wish to present petitions relating to equitable life. I trust that these will also be presented expeditiously. At the expiry of half an hour, no further petitions may be presented orally, but they may be placed in the petition bag and will be recorded as formally presented. Petition, Mr. Graham Stewart.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. This is an historic night. More than 70 honourable and right honourable members will present petitions from more than 120 different constituencies opposing the compulsory registration and monitoring of home-educated children. The previous record for petitions presented in one day is 44 in March 2006. If enacted, Mr. Deputy Speaker, the Government's proposals will, for the first time in our history, tear away from parents and give to the state the responsibility for a child's education. I'd like to thank the thousands of people who've signed the petitions, the coordinators and organisers, and those outside in candlelit vigil earlier this evening. I'm grateful to the Speaker for allowing us half an hour to present the petitions, and he's asked, as has already been said, that though I read out the full text, that others do not do so. I wish to present a petition on behalf of those in the Beverley and Holderness constituency opposed to proposals to register and monitor home-educated children. It declares that they are concerned about the recommendations of the Badman report, which suggests closer monitoring of home educators, including a compulsory annual registration scheme and right of access to people's homes for local authority officials. Further declares that the petitioners believe the recommendations are based on a review that was extremely rushed, failed to give due consideration to the evidence, failed to ensure that the data it collected were sufficiently robust, and failed to take proper account of the existing legislative framework. The petitioners therefore request that the House of Commons urges the Secretary of State for Children, Schools and Families either not to bring forward or to withdraw proposed legislative measures providing for title registration and monitoring of children educated at home in the absence of a thorough, independent inquiry into the condition and future of elected home education in England, but instead to take the steps necessary to ensure that the existing elective home education guidelines for local authorities are properly implemented, learning from current best practice in all local authorities in England, and the petitioners remain, etc. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I also wish to present petitions with in the same terms on behalf of the honourable and right honourable members for the following constituencies: North East Hertfordshire, Stratford-on-Avon, Winchester, Daventry, Spelthorne, Skipton and Ripon, Ellesmere Port and Neston, Norwich South, Newport West, Colne Valley, Finchley and Golders Green, Hereford, Dudley North, Leeds North West, Salisbury, Mid-Sussex, Brighton, Kemp Town, South East Cambridgeshire, the Wrekin, Redcar, Basildon, Mole Valley, Torridge and West Devon, Conway, Welwyn Hatfield, Hartlepool, Beckenham, Dudley South, Wrexham, Montgomeryshire, Battersea, Poplar and Canning Town, City of Durham, Stretford and Urmston, Crawley, Beckenham, West Reading, Torfing, Eccles, Stoke-on-Trent North, Ealing, Acton and Shepherd's Bush, and Finchley and Golders Green.
Mr Mark Prisk.
Mr Deputy Speaker, I wish to present two petitions. The first on behalf